and welcome back to Tampa Bay Right Now. We've been discussing hurricanes, and with me are Tom Iovina and Dan Noah, two local experts on this issue. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So we've been learning a lot today. Now, I know in the Tampa Bay area, we talked about how a hurricane has not really devastated this area in 91 years.
That's correct.
But we do experience severe weather, obviously, and storms. But what is the worst case scenario that Tampa Bay may see?
Wow. It could be
Let's
bad.
Get movie here. How bad could it be?
You want it graphically, Pinellas County, and I can speak in great expertise about that, is cut off from the mainland.
Okay.
Pinellas County, along the north side, and the bayous and Tarpon Springs, Lake Tarpon, all connects the bay to the Gulf. And also through the Pinellas Park area, it's cut in half as well. We're two islands.
Wow.
And all the bridges that cross the bay that serve the county every day may not be there. We're going to see somewhere in the neighborhood of about 650 to 700,000 people have to evacuate affected areas.
Wow.
It would be a nightmare. And then, of course, recovery would be difficult because two of our airports in the county are right along the water.
Right.
Well,
almost everything, I feel like. I mean, we're just surrounded by it. Even I walk down Bayshore and I think, gosh, all this water right here in these beautiful homes, like, it could just be wiped out. What's
interesting is the Tampa Bay area is the second worst place in the country for a major hurricane to make landfall. It's tied with Long Island.
Oh, wow.
And basically it's the population density in Pinellas County, the bridges being wiped out, the deep water channel being silted in, and it's just going to be hard to get help back into Pinellas County after a major hurricane.
Wow. Well, of course, we hope that that never happens.
Well, we need to prepare just in case.
So I know you were talking about shelters earlier.
Yes.
What can we go to, like websites? How can we find out about where these shelters are?
Well, as far as emergency management in Pinellas County, it's pinellascounty.org/emergency.
Okay.
Now, if you're outside of Pinellas County, visit floridadisaster.org.
Okay.
It's the State Division of Emergency Management's website. And from there are links back to all 67 counties. So they'll take you directly to the emergency management page for Hernando or Hillsborough or Manatee, just wherever you want to go. And then definitely Dan's site is where you want to be.
Weather.gov/Tampa will get you the information from our office. However, people can tune into their favorite radio, television, newspapers to get the information they need. That's the most important thing, is get the information you need to keep your family safe during an approaching hurricane.
And another thing we're really pushing, and we've all been pushing across, is the engagement in social media. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We've really been reaching out through social media. We're never going to replace our traditional outreach, but it's just another tool in our toolbox. Again, if the worst happens, we're going to have to work with whatever works.
Right. And that also, everyone can relate to Facebook or things like that.
Of course.
So even maybe people who don't watch the news every day, or maybe don't even watch TV every day, maybe they have a Facebook account.
During Hurricane Irene last year, the power went out, people's TVs and radios were done, but they had their cell phone and they were getting information via Facebook and Twitter about the storm that was approaching their area.
Oh, that's great.
And we also noticed last year during the approach of Hurricane Irene, we have a number of videos about how to prepare for hurricanes. As the hurricane went up the East Coast, we saw a tremendous spike in the number of views on our videos.
Okay.
There we were in Pinellas County making the videos that other people around the country are using. There's a tremendous amount of information out there. Please, please, pretty please, with sugar on top. Look at it.
Right.
Now.
And they can go to your website and look at those videos and get information.
But do it now.
Right, before it's too late.
Don't wait until the storm's 24 hours off the coast. At that point, you don't have enough time to do it all.
Right. And so what happens, say a storm does hit, if we're in need, where do we go? What's the first step? Like, once the aftermath is done and we're kind of sitting back and it's already hit, where would we go first?
Well, the first thing you need to do is rely on yourself.
Right.
And that's why we're telling people, especially in Pinellas County, 5 to 7 days of being on your own, because our first priorities are going to be try to get a road open, going to be try to get the hospitals up and running. We're going to be doing that. So you really need to be on your own at first. From there, as the media starts to come on board again afterwards, as we start to use different ways to get in touch with folks, we'll spread the information about where you can go to get relief supplies and things. But again, it's going to be that first 5 to 7 days are on you, and you really need to be prepared.
And where would you say is the safest place in the home to hide from a hurricane? Because I've always wondered that. Because I hear the bathtub, I hear the doorways, I hear underneath mattresses. What would you say is the
What
safest?
you want to do is keep the wind from getting inside your home. And it's usually not the wind that hurts people, it's the debris in the wind. So if you can keep that debris from finding you, you're going to survive that wind part of the storm if you are outside of the storm surge zone. So get as many walls between you and the outside world as possible.
Okay.
You do not want to see daylight. You don't want to be anywhere near a window.
No,
Right.
absolutely
so no
not.
windows.
And windows fail, you know, as it's not what the fact that the wind's blowing, it's what it's blowing.
Right.
You get a barbecue grill through your window,
yeah, absolutely.
you've got problems.
Yeah.
Just street signs I see, you know, on those videos just whirling through the air. So
Exactly.
And that can probably cause more damage a lot of times.
And you'll see a lot of times,
the rain and the wind.
you see a lot of times a house will fail, and then downwind, you'll see a number of other houses fail because of the debris lifted from that first one.
Wow.
So.
Well, thank you so much for being here. This was really informational, and I hope that people do, you know, take your advice and start planning now for this hurricane season that's upon us. So thank you.
Let's hope that next year we come back to talk about this in June, and we have to talk still theoretically about what it should happen.
Yes, 92 years, right?
Yes, we'll talk about our 92nd anniversary.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, comments, or would like more information on this topic, you can visit our website at www.mytvtampabay.com. I'm Allison Burns. That's what's happening right now in Tampa Bay. See you next time. Good night.